Say, I don't care.
That'd be killing me when he does that.
Hey, I don't give a damn. Miss on me. Welcome to the Big Zo podcast. I go by the name of Berto.
It's your boy Beast on the beat.
Yeah, man. So today podcast, what we're gonna be talking about is the MJ Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance. We're just gonna do a reaction from the first two episodes. What do you think about the doc, Beast?
I mean, it was a great documentary. First, it should have been a damn commercial-free documentary.
Yeah, that shit should have been commercial-free.
Like, goddamn, shit was too damn long.
True.
And but it was a great insight because like the Scottie Pippen contract, I really didn't know. Like, damn, Scottie Pippen was. They really tried that, man. Like, he should have got paid. But you also understand the business. Like, this is like the shit that happened to like Isaiah Thomas and shit. Like, this shit been happening to people like Scottie Pippen and shit. So it's also the nature of the NBA. But it was a great documentary to see the inside. Like, I love the footage of having Jordan in the locker rooms and stuff like that. And I like the fact that they went back and forth. So they was like, they went to Jordan's six ring, and then they went back to where he began, and then they showed part of Pippen, and they showed a little bit of everything. I like.
Yeah, they showed his childhood, all like the beginnings and stuff. That was dope.
So I'm really interested in seeing the next parts of that shit. But that, man, commercial free, please, next time, man. I need that.
Well, ESPN and Walt Disney, ABC, they partner with Netflix for the documentary. So, once all the episodes drop, it's going to come out on Netflix. Yeah. But, I mean, I think ESPN did a great job of dropping it just because, the coronavirus going on and a lot of people can't, we can't really do anything except for stay home. So I thought that was dope. Like you brought up, the Scottie Pippen salary, that shit was like crazy to me. Just because if you really think about it, the man was leading this team in rebounds, assists, steals, block, and it was like he was the sixth highest player on his team. And that shit was just like crazy. And even when the team had a chance to renegotiate his contract or give him a raise, they were like, nope. They was trying to trade him. That shit was fucked up.
So let me ask you this: how you felt about when he could have had the surgery and he opted to have the surgery because of the contract situation? I actually felt him like to my defense, I felt him because it's like he took a gamble with his life to sign that 7-year contract, and he overplayed that contract. So it's like, you guys should have given him an extension. You guys should have did something to like
reward the man for what he's done. He won 6 championships. I mean, at that time it was 5 championships, but it just reminded me of the whole Kyrie Irving situation. Right. You remember when he threatened Dan Gilbert with the Cleveland Cavaliers, if you don't trade me, I'm gonna have surgery, and I'll be done for the rest of the season. That shit was like crazy as hell. But I agree what he did. I probably would have did the same thing. And I know I didn't like Jordan comment when he was like, that was a selfish. Like,
see, that's what I was about to get into, because Jordan was pissed off the fact that the man went to go have surgery when it was title chasing. But I thought that was the best move that the man could have did. Like,
yeah, hell yeah. Because if you really think about it, like, fuck that. I mean, I understand Jordan's trying to win a championship, but Scottie timed it too. He was like, look, if you watch the documentary, he said I'll be in time. I use the regular season games to rehab, to just like get back in shape. That'll be my preseason training camp. So that'll be enough time. By the time the playoff come around, they'll already be good to go. Right. And I agree with him. Fuck that. At that point, you can't be loyal to like a team or organization if everybody on top, as far as management, like trying to fuck out of you. Now you playing with my money. You playing with my how I support my family. And I thought Jordan was out of bounds by calling him selfish. I mean, I know people was like, well, Jordan was trying to win. He was trying to win, but fuck that. I hope you get 5 championships. Nigga, reward me for at least a 6 and moving forward. and a lot of things like people don't really realize. And like, again, this was like the first 2 episodes. It's a 10 episode doc series, but and I hope they get in depth with it. When Jordan retired, remember Jordan, the first retirement, Jordan retired.
Mm-hmm.
Scottie Pippen carried that team the first two years after Jordan retired.
I think
he was an all-star. They made it to the Eastern Conference Final. There was one player away from going back to the final without Jordan.
Right.
So number one, he was loyal to that organization when he didn't have to be, and number two, he played his ass off. So what the fuck? Pay me my money.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. But like I said, I'm just ready to see what's gonna happen. And ESPN need to change the goddamn time. 9 o'clock is too late.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie to you, because
this shit bored, dog.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That not because it was over at 10. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to my room.
Oh, that was the first episode.
No, I'm saying the first episode was open at 10.
Yeah. I'm
thinking it was a 30-minute 2-part episode with the fucking commercials and shit. So then I'm about to leave. I say another one. Then I look on the the TV guide button. I was like, oh shit, this is another episode. Yeah. I was like, man, yeah, because we're in the East Coast, so it ends at 11 for us. I'm like, man, y'all gotta make it at least let it start like around 7, I think.
Shit, even if it's 9 o'clock, play it on Saturday night or something, not Sunday at 9, like when people got to go to work on Monday. Like, I understand. Yeah, we're going to quarantine.
Yeah, granted quarantine, but bitch, I'm working from home. Like, I got to get my ass up anyway. Yeah, so it's like, I mean, I understand the situation. And they probably looked at it like, they probably did the math, and the smart people in the office was like, Sundays is really there's nothing on TV and shit. And that's the day people usually stay home and chill with their family. So they probably dropped it. Okay, if you're going to drop it on Sunday, at least make it like a little earlier, like around 7. Or shit, even with the quarantine shit, y'all should have did it like Friday or Saturday. Because it's not like people's going to the club or going out and shit. Uh-huh. We just needed something like to watch.
I'm still in the event. I'm still grateful because we ain't had no sports, dog. And some of the storylines we already knew, but it's just like, we ain't watched basketball in so long. Like, imagine if everything was still going on. Like, people still would have watched the doc, but it would have been on this level. Like, everybody's talking about this documentary.
Oh, today. Yeah.
So it's like, bro, this is the only thing we have, bro.
I mean, then another thing, too, and this is a question I want to ask you, Beast, is do you think this documentary, because we're a little older than I am, but you remember seeing Jordan playing? Like, I kind of remember seeing Jordan playing, like probably the 96, 97 season. But you think by this documentary come out, it's going to be a closed discussion why Jordan is the GOAT? Because, a lot of people is like, a lot of people younger than us, they GOAT is either Jordan or LeBron, and sometimes people want to put Kobe in there.
Yeah, you see, brother, I think this is going to hurt Jordan, bro.
Why you say that?
The reason I say this is going to hurt Jordan, because people are going to realize, like, Jordan was not only an asshole, but like social media wasn't around. So imagine if social media, with the shit that he was saying.
Oh, you talking about the way he was picking on the general manager?
Just like the way he was talking about the diet pills and shit like that. Not to cut you off,
I'm not gonna lie. That nigga deserved it though.
Hey,
that nigga when he's talking about organization win championship,
hey,
like
granted, everybody. I'm pretty sure LeBron deals with a lot of assholes. But LeBron still have class. LeBron still shows.
Man, fuck that.
Listen, I'm trying to say,
bro, that shit's gonna make me love Jordan even more. Because I was like, damn, this nigga didn't give a fuck.
Right, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. With social media now, it's like people have to think about that. They have to think twice about the move that they make, because it can be uploaded in the next 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
And granted,
a column can be written about you in the next 30 minutes. So it's like, bro, I have to protect my brand. I have to do this. I have to do that. It's like they said, they'll talk about Jordan. Like, Jordan used to wait an hour and a half before he even talked to the press after games, so he can calm down and stuff like that. Now the NBA shit, like the NBA shit, like you get on Snapchat. These niggas get on Snapchat and get on the NBA Snap. You know what I'm saying? And do interviews there. So it's like, bro, the way social media is perceived, like, you don't know how Jordan like they say Jordan was an asshole when he's intense. When he in that killer mode, he's the asshole. Like, he's not a nice guy. Even Skip Bayless said that's what he loved about him. So imagine that being portrayed to the world. Like, you gotta remember, like, these niggas were isolated. Like, you got locker room, you have people have to have passes to get certain around certain areas. That's why niggas like Skip Bayless can tell that story. But with technology now, man, you got a camera everywhere. How would Jordan be perceived? How would his business be perceived? You know what I'm saying? Like, LeBron's a big politician guy, or not even a politician guy, but he uses his platform to speak
trying
about.
to be a little PC, a little
right, but
correct.
Jordan was never like that because Jordan said, "What, billionaires buy Jordan's too?" So it's like
Republicans buy Jordan's too.
Yeah, you're right. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and there's not too many billionaires buying Jordan, and there's not too many Republicans buying Jordan. Because if you see what they wear, they wear that orthopedic New Balance shoes. So they do not wear fucking Jordans or Nikes, bro. They're wearing like them old ass like the Reeboks or even the Steph Curry all white Steph Currys, the boat shoes. Remember when they came out, they had to change the designs because everybody was cracking on Steph Curry about it. Yeah, so stop it. But to be honest, that's why I think this. If you were just a competitive guy or competitive person, this documentary gonna make you love Jordan. Cause it's like, damn, no shit matter but winning. Cause if you look at when he came back from the foot injury and they was like trying to tank, and they was really trying to tank, he was like, fuck it, I wanna play. Then they were like, okay, they had an agreement, both sides had an agreement, they only gonna make him play 7 minutes and a half.
Yeah.
And it was like crazy, bro. That's how competitive he was. He was like, man, fuck the lottery. You got like nowadays in 2020, certain teams are like tanking. And he was like, fuck it, I want to win.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. The NBA is different. So it's like, you got to keep all that in perspective. Like, these niggas, they want to hoop, but they also care about their brand too. Like, even a nigga like Kawhi, like, even though he don't talk that much, but he cares about his brand. So that's probably the main reason he don't talk, because he cares about his brand so much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he has like a brand to him. Like, okay, he's the quiet guy.
Yeah.
Like, everybody got their own thing. But even like just going back to this whole documentary thing, it set the tone for Jordan to play. And that's another thing too, when you see how guys are like, what do you call it, taking days off and stuff. But it set the tone, because if you remember, they end up winning the last game of the season. That's how they end up getting to the playoffs.
Yeah, John Paxson hit that shot.
Shot. And what happened? Everybody knew they was going to lose to Boston, the number one seed team, champion, 4 Hall of Famers. But first game, Jordan dropped 49.
Yep.
Second game, he dropped 63.
Yes, sir.
And when they had no answers for the man. So and that's what, and that shit just reminded me of Kobe, because Kobe was my generation Jordan. Meaning, like, even if you lost, you know someday this nigga's coming. And even though Larry Bird said it, he was like, he might be the best player in the NBA. And that's when Larry Bird was still Larry Bird. But it just lets you know this nigga was still coming. Even though the team lost, he set the tone for the whole entire NBA and for the entire of the team and the organization. Nigga, give me one more piece. Give me one more piece, and later on it ended up being Scottie Pippen, that one more piece. Like, I'm coming. He set the tone as I'm coming and I'm the best.
Like, to me, the documentary showed me that this man was a controlled Westbrook, bro. Like, you see how Westbrook is just faster than the competition.
But you see how his favorite player in the NBA is Westbrook right now.
It is?
Yeah, Jordan said, like, in the not in the documentary, but like an interview, he's like, his favorite player in the NBA is Westbrook.
I mean, they play with that fire. They both play with that fire. It's just, that intensity is just
keep coming and coming.
Just, to me, like, Westbrook can't. I just don't know what veteran can control Westbrook, but that's a.
Bro, can you imagine Westbrook had a shot? That's another topic for another day. But Westbrook had a shot,
just a decent shot, like
if he had like a shot like Steph Curry or Klay Thompson, that shit would have been over, bro. That shit would have been over. Yeah. I feel like even with all these basketball players, like, God made them like it's like there's no perfect player.
I mean, yeah, because if you're athletic, you most likely can't shoot. And if you can't shoot, I mean, if you can shoot, you're a good shooter. You're not.
If you can shoot, you're most likely not athletic. Yeah. And it's just like, Or you got some guys that can shoot, but they can't put the ball on the floor. They ain't got no handles. So it's just like, okay, like Steph Curry, he can shoot, he got handles, but his weakness is he's small and he don't play defense.
I ain't gonna lie.
Well, excuse me, he's terrible at defense. He plays, but he's terrible at defense.
I think y'all be sleeping on Curry with defense.
Man, stop it. Curry.
Yeah.
Stop it. Defense, Curry, stop it.
I think he's underrated, bro. I'm not saying he's a defender or anything. I'm just saying, like,
Listen,
the way that they're making them trash, like the man.
That's another talk for another day. When he was winning the championship with Golden State, they was higher than them defensively. So stop it.
I mean,
but
was you getting that pick and roll defense, like, bro?
But that's another topic.
Yeah, that's another
but it's
topic.
just like, again, but with Jordan, it's like, if you really think about it, he had no flaws, bro. Like, people could say, okay, maybe he didn't shoot threes, but at that time, no one was really shooting threes. I mean,
we don't even talk about that stat, bro, to see how many. Like, I think.
Cause I seen like today was like
see how much 3-pointers.
no, I seen like it was like a couple days ago, last week, when it said the highest 3-pointer Jordan attempt in the season was his last year, the '98 season with the Bulls. It was like 280, and they said Steph Curry MVP year, he had 880 something 3-pointers attempt. I was like, gosh, yeah. But that lets you know the NBA was different back then, because back then they focused on twos, and now it's like everybody want to shoot threes. But I'm pretty sure like if Jordan was playing today, he would have adapted, because it's not like he couldn't shoot threes, he just wasn't taking as much.
I think people should go look at Jordan's career points and then go see his career attempts and career 3-point made. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
The man is a killer in that mid range.
I think if he was playing now, bro, he would have averaged like 40 to 50 points, bro. Because you can't hand check, you can't play as physical, and motherfucker, 90% of the teams don't even play defense. Then if you're thinking about the guards and the point guard that had to guard them, like, okay, Steph Curry, barbecue chicken. What's that dude named? The Dallas dude, Luka, barbecue chicken. The Atlanta guy, Trae Young. Oh my, don't get me started. Kemba Walker, like, don't get me started. Like, what point guard in the NBA that plays great defense except for like CP3? So, or even the guards. Well, okay, you say something. James Harden was gonna guard Jordan? Stop it.
I'm just thinking about Jordan, like, coming up with like LeBron and them, like with LeBron and Melo and them. He still would have been like think about Melo still was a mid-range guy.
Yeah.
Like they changed, like the game changed under Melo, but I think Jordan would have been a killer. Like, cause like, you gotta think about how Kawhi was scoring last year in the mid-range. Jordan,
yeah, because if you really think about it, the playoff series, Kawhi just scored in the mid-range for real.
And Kawhi, guess whose tape he was looking at? Jordan's tape.
Yeah.
Looking at how Jordan gets position.
Kobe's.
Like Jordan is
That's how
gonna get in
Kobe
that
was,
position, and Jordan's just a killer. And I think, bro, I seen a glimpse of KD doing the same thing before he got hurt, dog. KD would get to the elbow, right or left elbow, and just turn around
your spots
and just net, dog. About that killer instinct. That's the thing that they talk about LeBron and got. Like, them boys can get to their spot, and them boys, you at mercy. You at them boys mercy, bro.
Yeah, I think this documentary show that it's gonna show how great Jordan is. I seen the preview for like a trailer for the next episode 3 and 4. It looked like they're gonna focus more on Dennis Rodman. But what this documentary yesterday showed us is, and even Michael Jordan said it too, when you talk about Michael Jordan, let's put some respect on Scottie Pippen's name also. Because a lot of motherfuckers be trying the shit out of Scottie Pippen. If you let these Jordan fans tell you, you would think Jordan never had any help. Like, you would think Scottie Pippen was a bust. Then I know Skip loved Scottie Pippen, was like, Skip loved Jordan, and he's like, oh, Jordan took Scottie Pippen for a ride. Nigga, what? Scottie Pippen led the team in steals, assists, rebounds, like every category. And he guarded the best player on the team.
And the nigga was underpaid.
And he was underpaid. So what the fuck? That's why Jordan was, don't get me, I'm not saying Scottie Pippen was great. I mean, was better than Jordan. Scottie Pippen was great, but I'm not saying he's better than Jordan. But can we finally show respect and give Scottie Pippen some love?
And dog, I didn't know he came from such a big family like that.
Yeah, there was like 12 of them.
Yeah, that's
it's like, God damn, they was making a lot of kids back in the day. Shit, you got 1 or 2 on child support, you fuck. And you got 12 kids, bro, by one woman, bro. You got to make sure you stay with that woman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, that's just crazy, yo. But like I said, man, I think one thing I learned, I mean, I didn't learn, I already knew that, but I hope more people, especially as Jordan fans, could give Scottie Pippen some respect, man. And you got to give Phil Jackson respect, too, for just, like, you know, controlling the team and stuff.
Oh, no, Phil Jackson to go, because after he did that, he went to go prove that with goddamn the Lakers. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying, like, give him respect for handling, like strong mind personalities and stuff.
I mean, Jordan was the only strong-minded person.
I mean, Scottie Pippen was like a quiet, I guess.
Yeah. And Dennis Rodman was at the end of his career.
Dennis Rodman was a hothead.
But he was at his end of career. You forgot.
I mean, he won 3 championships with Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, but I'm saying, when he got... You forgot who they traded. Dennis Rodman was playing for the goddamn San Antonio Spurs.
I know, but he was still good, though.
And he got traded for
was it for nothing?
Will Purdue.
I don't even know who that is.
Exactly.
I mean,
and that nigga had to apologize to Scottie Pippen before he even got on the team. So that means his ego was already at check, bro. Like, there's no egos to be checked at that time, bro. You know
I mean, I guess.
I mean, he was a funny guy.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to see, but I got a feeling this is the way they're doing it. They focus on Jordan the first 2.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna go to Dennis Rodman.
I mean, they are doing Scottie Pippen. And
they did Scottie Pippen, and I think they're gonna go back to Scottie Pippen again and Dennis Rodman. And I think like episode 5 and 6, they probably focus on Phil Jackson or something.
But they gotta focus on Tony
Kukoc,
because he was instrumental. Like, you gotta remember the USA, Team USA, the Dream Team.
Yeah.
Them boys hated Tony Kukoc. And that's because of Jerry Krause. So all that was part of the Bulls dynasty. And
but you know,
dynasty.
Tony was like, oh, he gonna be better than Michael Jordan and shit.
Nah, Jerry Krause is the one that loved him. You know what I'm saying?
And Michael Jordan wanted to humble that nigga.
Yeah, humble that nigga.
I ain't gonna lie, the man Jerry's getting bashed today. And it's like crazy because the man's dead. And he don't have a chance to defend himself.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't say I feel sorry for the man because you let your ego. The man let his ego get in the way, bro. You're fucking winning, bro. At least give them a chance to like get knocked out.
For that, you seen Jerry walk?
What is he? Bro,
Jerry's a hilarious guy, man.
How the fuck they got a baseball guy running a basketball team, bro?
That's what money do, man. People.
That's what you call white privilege.
I mean, yeah, that too. But that's why I'm about to say power, because, but he only got that connection because Buddy was the owner of the White Sox.
Yeah, White Sox. That's just crazy.
He bought the Bulls and then asked for the position.
But they don't even do that shit. Like nowadays, you gotta be in basketball. You gotta be in football. They're not finna switch sports.
But I think it's because the game is evolving, bro. Like, the game is evolving to the point where niggas, they not only retiring, but they becoming they becoming news anchors. They're hopping in, like, they talking about the game. They're they doing podcasts. I think soon enough we'll see old NBA players become referees, bro.
Nah, you know why? They don't get paid that much.
Well,
they don't. If they were getting paid that much, they would have did it.
But I'm just saying, the game is evolving to where it's like it's a real players association. Like, it's a family where, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, the players got so much power today.
Right.
Because if you think about it, the shit that Jerry did, he would never be allowed to do that shit in today's NBA.
No.
Can you imagine like he trying LeBron?
No.
Or like when Kobe was playing? What the fuck? They would have got him out of there. He would have been get fired.
But hey, that's another thing, because you gotta think about it. Owners, GMs and shit, all them boys had the power until LeBron did what he did.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it was run like the NFL pretty much. Yeah.
So it's like, bro, the game is evolving. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what could have happened. You know what I'm saying? And think about it. Think about how much stuff we learned, and them boys filmed this over 20 years ago.
Bro, can you imagine social media was around?
That's why I keep telling you. That's why I keep telling you. Go back to the Jordan thing. I don't know how Jordan would have been perceived, bro, because he was known to be a mean guy, quote unquote mean guy. And think about you have blog sites like everything back then was you had to wait to the newspaper or somebody to tell you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Now somebody could have been recording that shit. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like so, it's like you don't know how that could have affected his brand. You know what I'm saying? And you just never know. And in that aspect, I give LeBron the slight edge. But on that court, nah, bro.
It's not even close.
It's not even close.
I mean, I'm a LeBron. I mean, everybody that knows me. They know I'm a Kobe fan.
What? Rest in peace, Kobe, man.
But if you think about it, because even I'm watching like the way Jordan shoot a fadeaway, I'm like, damn, Kobe got all his moves from this guy first.
Yes, sir.
I see like the shit. I mean, you know when you see it on YouTube, but just seeing the documentary, it was like, damn, this guy was the closest thing to Jordan for real though.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, and I hope like during the like later episodes they show how. Or they have footage of Jordan like punching Steve Kerr. Like I want to see that shit because I know Jordan was talking about like after people see this whole doc, people's gonna really think he's a bad guy. Like, and this is only the first 2 episodes. We got eight episodes to go, so it's just like, and you know they're gonna save like the best for later and shit.
And think about it, he's saying that now. Like there's a reason that Jordan feels that way, and if that's what I'm trying to tell you. He's trying to protect his image. You know what I'm saying? He's like
Jordan Brand, jump man.
We know you was a killer. Of course you did bad shit. We know this, but he's trying to protect his image because he's not used to social media. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey,
it's kind of hard to deal
I'm
with
gonna have
social
to
media.
disagree with him on certain things. Like, not to go off topic, but in the documentary, he talked about when he went in the room. There was some dudes weed, some dudes were doing coke, and there was a whole. We said there was females in that corner.
Yeah.
So you telling me you seen badass female, and I know it's the Bulls, because they ain't finna be no average. Like you gonna get like the top of the top, the best of the best, and you finna just walk away, bitch.
But I mean, this was what year? This was his rookie year, so this is like
84, 85.
Yeah, so this
1984 to 1985.
I know there was some coke in that damn room, and you gotta think about.
And if you look at Jordan Hines, he looked like he'd be smoking.
Not even that. It's not even that. What about the dude that like around that time? What about the dude that was supposed to go to the Celtics? He got drafted by the Celtics, and then he went like the next day. He went party with his roommates, and he overdosed on cocaine. That was around that same time. I forgot his name. He played for the Bulls too. I mean, he played for the
so
the
he
Celtics.
ended up dying. Damn.
Yeah, they drafted him, and he didn't even get a chance to play. It was around the Jordan time too. So Jordan could have been cautious enough to where like, I'm not fucking with that. I can have it.
But I let you know how disciplined this nigga was, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas.
He was over 21.
Huh?
He was over 21, so he could have been in the club and
a lot of niggas are not that disciplined, bro.
Yeah.
They would have just like fuck it, like
I got money, I got hoes, I'm turning up. I just got drafted, nigga was happening.
But you gotta give him credit, like, cause he was a star, and at the time, at that moment, he was a star. A star was born, but he was just like so disciplined to be like, hey, I'm gonna make the right decisions. And I let like a lot of people in the world, especially young kids, don't fucking be a follower, be a leader. Just cause a lot of niggas doing shit, you ain't gotta do it. Just set your own.
Yeah, man. But wrap this shit up, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, these was just our, recap of the first 2 episodes of The Last Dance on ESPN. We're just giving you guys our opinion, what we thought about it. Appreciate you guys for joining us. Do me a favor, click subscribe, follow, and share it. And holla at your boys. Big Zo Podcast, man, everywhere. Holla at your boys.
Beats on the beat, bitch.
You can't say the B word.
Bitch.